Hey everyone, this is the dude from the Dinosaur and the Dude, kicking off a new episode uh, for all of you to enjoy. And that's the big thing that we are striving for in every episode that we bring. It's just the dinosaur and I going just off the top of the dome. Guys, we flow from topic to topic, just depending on however it is, things are going on in our life, where we're talking about everything about elderly people and dealing with different things that are going on with families, us personally, and then how we view certain things in the world. At no point do we try to demean, degrade, or diminish anyone out there. So if it comes off that way, that's not the intent. It's just really one of those things where we're talking about it as freely as possible. We hope everybody enjoys it. We hope everybody's having a great time. And we hope that our listenership, I think that's the right word, continues to grow as we bring as best content as we can. So here's our latest episode. Hope you all enjoy. Thanks. Hey everyone, this is the dude from the Dinosaur and the Dude podcast. I want to tell you about an amazing product from an also amazing brand named Bobby Rapscallion. They put out fantastic CBD products, very high potency, premium products of gummies and oils, all of which, at this point in time, all of which are broad spectrum, which means there's no THC in it. So if you're a professional or someone that has to worry about random drug tests wherever you work, you don't have to worry about this THC lingering in the background. Is it going to show up in the piss test or not? Because they have no THC in there. So you only get the benefit of the CBD. You're nothing to worry about in regards to THC. So if you're allergic to it or you don't want to worry about it, highly recommend Bobby Rapscallion. You can find them at bobbyrapscallion.com. That's bobbyrapscallion.com. All right, back to the episode.
Hello.
What's up?
It's working. I'm a genius. Not really.
Wow. Wow.
That's a bold statement, but I'll stick to it.
No, I'm celebrating it in awe. Wow.
Yeah. Wow. Look, we don't have any feedback. That means if people hate our podcast, it's because we suck, not just because of the
no. Oh yeah, absolutely. It's always been because we suck. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I was looking at the analytics for one episode and it was like 12 seconds. I was like, yeah, they gave a fuck out. And it was like, you know what? Fuck this in 12 seconds. So yeah, some people.
Hopefully we're going to turn that around.
Yeah. I mean.
Because we're funny.
Yeah. Hopefully we didn't offend the people in France.
Yeah, 13% of them.
Is it 13 now? Wow. Okay, cool.
Yay.
I guess we have to learn some
French.
French. Yeah, we have to learn some French.
I loved France when I went. It was beautiful.
Oh, really? Didn't know you went. Wow.
Yes.
Then you have a better connection with people in France than anybody. So
I am seasoned. Know that.
Yeah, seasoned.
I've been to United Kingdom, France, Belgium, the Netherlands.
Yeah.
Ireland.
Okay. Yeah.
And in January, we're going to go to Scotland.
Oh, check that out.
Yeah, I'm excited. That's going to be Tyler's graduation present.
Oh, nice.
You know.
All right. So for those that don't know, this is the Dinosaur and the Dude podcast of me, the dude, talking to the dinosaur about all kinds of things from mental health, elderly, how our life intersects with those two things, our perspectives on different deals here and there. But in all, it's our perspectives. It's not something to where we're saying this is right or this is wrong. A lot of times I say things that I know are wrong, but you know,
It's
like
part of your charm.
at the end of it, I'm just like, that's wrong. I'm not gonna go back and correct it. Like a lot of people are probably like, there's no Yara in Japan. Okay, yeah, there's no Yara in Japanese. It's not a spear. I get it. It's a Yari.
Yeah, that's the part that I was caught up on is the
Right. That's angry.
Yara,
It's angry
whatever.
comments that are gonna come whenever somebody hears that
It's gonna
episode,
happen.
they're gonna be like, this guy doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. He's talking about bullshit. Well, yes, I already say that at the beginning every
Right.
time. So
Full
that
disclosure.
that disclaimer was already applied. But I'm excited about this episode.
I am too, mostly because of the sound. This is
Yes.
amazing. This is like a treat.
Well, yeah, the sound is a long time coming, especially for people that have been sort of trying to figure out what the fuck are we even saying. It
Right.
has been sounding skewed, like I've been fucking you over, and because
Oh, really?
my audio, my voice would always sound the clearest, and then yours would be like in the middle of
Womp,
some,
womp, womp. Right.
yeah, in the middle of some statement, and then it's
It was absolute torture for me. And you
like,
know, I have ADD, and even with my medication, it's not a good situation for me to hear my own.
no, I applaud you for sticking through it because I know that
Thanks.
it's like it's a true
It's a testament, damn it.
torturous endeavor for you, knowing that you're sounding the way you're sounding and you can't
What
figure
does
it
that
out.
mean? How do I sound?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so
Yeah,
it's like, and I was
got you.
driving, and I thought, and then I said,
Oh,
okay, give me all the dildos you have. You know, it's stuff like that where it's like it's all out of context, but yet I'm coming in. Oh yeah, that sounds great. Oh yeah, amazing. I'm like, what the fuck is he doing? Is he jacking with her sound? Because I know I listened to one of the episodes. Like, I'm not hearing it on my end. You're like, really? You can't hear?
it was fucking with my brain, man.
Like, no, I can't hear any of that. It's like he's fucking with her. So that's probably why people have been tuning out. I was like, this guy's fucking with her the whole time. I'm not going to stand for this abuse.
Right, this friendship is not going to last.
I honestly never heard it. I always heard like skipping or something, but I never heard it to the level of which you're hearing it until it's posted. Until it goes.
I believe, friend, that those days are gone.
Yeah. So let's squeeze as much out of this as possible. We've got the intro down. People know who we are.
I'm the dinosaur.
Yeah, and I'm the dude. And this is I'm still gonna stick with it because we have more content that falls into this than this one episode is. So it's still the podcast with the shittiest audio, but the most amazing content.
And we have so much heart.
Yes.
And I think that goes that says a lot, and it goes a long way.
We have so much heart. The shittiest the shittiest person in Captain Planet. He was the shittiest planeteer. Heart. All right.
Well, you know, we've got a heart on for our listeners.
There we go. There's the pun. All right. There it is.
Okay, well,
let's get
it's been good recording.
This is one of the yeah. And thanks everyone. So okay, this is one of the first, and I don't know how many we'll do this way, so it might be a rare thing. But now that we're 7 minutes deep, let's get into the topic that we said this is going to be an episode that we stick to one topic.
Okay, I think that if I'm that's hilarious that you put it that way because we both know that is not just one topic.
Oh no.
Topic,
But it's going to be branched out into all kinds of things, right? But the main thing that is going to spawn anything and everything, and where we jump from here,
aliens. Am I right?
Yes, we're going to talk about aliens. And
are you serious? Is that what you were going to say?
Yeah, that's what we were talking. That's what
We're
we agreed
so
on.
good together. This is awesome.
I don't know. It's amazing. And we're not talking about the movie, the movies, even though I did in a teaser tweet mention Wayland Yutani, which is the company in Aliens and Predator and all that kind of stuff. Fuck
Well,
that.
this one is about little green men and
Yeah,
plugging buttholes.
yeah, yeah. Which I think that's only certain ones. Okay, so you have the aliens, and this is what we're talking about. So we're going to be jumping around with a lot of stuff, but this is the palate cleanse I need because I've been going through some heavy shit
Yeah,
lately.
I heard your commentary. I'm
Yeah,
sorry that you did that.
yeah, yeah. It's been like I've been crisis hotline for a couple of people lately. Um, so I'm looking forward to just diving into the aliens. So you go first. Thoughts, beliefs.
Oh, I think that
I
it's
guess I
safe
guess
to say
yeah.
that we are so there. There's so much evidence. There's aliens. I mean,
Okay, okay. I was going to start and say, okay, I guess the first thing do we do like a gender reveal on whether we believe in aliens or not? So you already just did yours and said, yeah, they're out there. Um,
definitely.
with
But so I don't know that they're in like another galaxy. They could
yeah,
be in
yeah,
another galaxy, but I think they could be interdimensional.
right. And so with every good talk or debate or discussion, there's a person that is pro and a person that is con. Well,
Right.
you all are fucked because we both believe in aliens, and
I'm
there's neither one of us. I think the only thing that we're gonna have differences on will be the types of aliens.
right.
Maybe,
And do they accessorize?
yeah, maybe that because I told you I have a theory on aliens that
I'm so dying to hear this.
most
And it's
people haven't refuted this. So, but I want you to just I want you to just discuss your alien theories, thoughts, wonderment, concerns, and then I'll fuck you in the ear with mine.
sweet. Love
Yes,
that. So
about
I think that yeah, definitely
they're,
I feel that they're real
they're
for sure.
real. You just don't know
We could
exactly.
be walking around and they could be already here.
Right, right. Oh, yeah. I mean, like I said
I
in the
heard something about the Denver airport, like
yeah,
putting up, you know what I'm talking about?
there's so much about the Denver airport. We're about to fork really hard if we talk about the Denver airport. There's so much from like the whole airport is possessed. How does that work? So there's secret tunnels, there's aliens, there's the
What
devil.
I don't, what I don't understand though, just since you asked,
Yeah.
uh, so they only get to go to Denver. That's it. Like
No,
there's, I
there's
mean, is this like Southwest, but it's called like something else, and it just goes to Denver, and that's it. Denver, and then like some quasar north of a
no,
fucking black hole out there.
no, I think it's one of those where you know about ley lines, right?
Yeah, sort of. But
Okay.
for the people that aren't familiar, why don't you go ahead and explain
The
that?
the okay, lines of power throughout the earth. There you go. There's the really short definition. Anyway,
Okay.
I think it's sort of similar to that. There's like little hot points on the planet that are they're very conducive to or appealing to alien activity. Now
Do you
that
think
can
that
be
they're materials because it's conductive? Like there's like rocks and
yeah.
stuff.
That's what I was going to
'Cause-
say. I think it's very. Having said that, the debate is okay. Is this area prone for alien activity because there's people around to be able to witness it, as opposed to not so many people in the Amazon rainforest, but nobody would know if there's fucking I mean, if there's a fucking alien drive-through movie theater out there, no one would know because
Well,
it's
I mean, add it to the list of the things that we
right.
don't fucking know about this
But I'm just
planet.
saying it's not populated enough. Like a lot now that are really like if you look at a lot of the most recent alien sightings,
Tic Tac video.
it's either military
Hmm.
or it's in an area that's heavily populated over a major city, over
You
an
know
air.
what? I think they're trying to warn us that we are fucking it up.
I mean, regardless of the message, I'm just saying some people believe that there's certain points on the planet that are of major interest to certain aliens. I think that it just so happens to be that a lot of people are in that area with phones and ability to record that stuff, whereas there's not so much in more remote areas where people just aren't looking up in the sky at that particular point in time to see that shit. Um, it's
Well, and
it's
the way that we hear about aliens now is completely different. You know, we can look online and see
oh
all the shit that we want to. But back in the day, you just had to turn on the TV and hear some redneck out there like I saw him with my own eyes.
yeah, there's a bunch of lights, and then next thing you know,
Trying to get my butt home.
there's this and that. But again, they never saw anything; they just saw lights, and then maybe the lights got off the ground, and then maybe this, and then after that, it became more of the people that were abducted, and then you had a rash of those. You had I forget all the names, but you had a rash of those people getting abducted around train tracks and
In
they're
the mountains
driving
for logging.
and their vehicle stops and then a bright light goes over the whole vehicle. Somehow or another they get out of their vehicle, either they're put to they fall asleep or whatever, and they wake up on the alien table getting probed and impregnated, and then
So I'm not trying to tempt fate.
yeah.
I don't. So
That's
if I get
awesome.
mind fucked or butthole raped or something
Yeah.
by an alien, then I'm never going to talk about aliens again, obviously.
You're never going
But
where?
to talk about aliens again if that were to happen. But
I
like,
I don't think it's that.
why hasn't something happened to me?
Yeah, I don't. I
Or
think
why haven't I seen something?
yeah, I think a lot of people ask that. Like
Maybe they don't like me.
a lot of people that want to be I've met people like I want to be abducted. I want to be taken up in a spaceship. Okay.
Oh no, hell
Uh,
no.
okay. And they'll
No.
say, why not me? I'm wanting it. They just come and get me. I'm cool with it. It's like, I don't think,
This is not like a bus pass.
yeah,
You just
I don't think that, that extraterrestrials are like running a survey and seeing.
They're like worse than those mall people. Remember those?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
you have a
yeah,
few minutes to answer a few questions for me.
yeah.
3 hours later, I'm fixing the
Right,
computer in their office because we have to start over if I can't fix it.
right. Can I tell you about the powers of wind chimes? Here, let me get your address and your email, and I'll come by your house and be able to
We can
discuss it.
also
Yeah,
go over the basics of birding.
yeah. I don't think aliens are doing that. If they were, awesome. Kudos to you guys because that's amazing. If you're running surveys at in parking lots, and that's your new tactic of how you figure out people to abduct. If they're dumb enough to get this survey filled out, no one's going to miss them when we abduct them. Let's go.
Right. No loss. We call that
So,
just bad debt. That's bad
so
debt.
what do you think about the types of aliens? And so, by what I mean about that is, you've got, I mean, like, there's people that get really deep into the fucking aliens, and you got the grays, you got the reptilians, you've got, I forget what they are, the celestials or the blues or whatever like that. You've got all these different types. Some they go into their actually races, different race of
Yeah,
aliens,
I don't know about that.
everybody wants to humanize everything.
My
And
brain can't fully wrap itself around all of that.
then it's the competition of, okay, this one wants to populate as many planets, and clearly the reptilian aliens got to this planet, and that's why we had the dinosaur.
Rihanna. Oh, sorry. Never mind.
No, right. It all evolves to Rihanna. But you had the dinosaurs, and then you had these reptilians, and they were just really just trying to figure out how to genetically fuck with everything to come up with this great slave species, and then somehow that all evolved into humans, and yeah, eventually Rihanna. So there's that. There's that kind of thing, and I'll let you just address that, and then I have another type that I want to get your thoughts on.
Okay, so about all the races and stuff, I realize that the aliens also want an alphabet mafia, but I just don't know that we're ready for that yet. We don't even know if they're, if they're actually real. So because it hasn't officially been, it hasn't for real been told about that it's real, or the government denies it or whatnot. Number one, I wonder who's going to be the first country that's going to be like, you know what, fuck it, we've been keeping this secret forever. Y'all been through some shit. Y'all had a pandemic, then y'all had some political bullshit, and the whole world was on fire for a minute. So we're just going to go ahead and give it to you. Fine, fuck it. There's aliens, and via con Dios or whatever.
Yeah. Wow. Right into Spanish, huh? Okay. So
there's that one, but also,
wow.
I think that aliens to us are just somebody that's not like us. So an alien could be like a super microorganism that's on another planet that we see cells moving. Technically, that would be an alien.
Yeah. Okay. Right. So maybe to that point, and I'll talk about the first point, but we should maybe have done that in the beginning, but this is a good place to do it. So unless, and if I'm wrong, please give me your point on it. But when I'm talking about aliens, I'm talking about beings that have developed far enough to have the ability to travel to other planets in craft or vehicles,
or interdimensional.
How they go about doing it, I'm not even going to act like I can digest the science.
I am a huge fan of the Skinwalker Ranch, so I know about these dimensions.
Yeah, but I think that might be a different thing. I don't know. But hold on. So if they're able to get out, communicate, do things, great. I'm not necessarily, even though to your point, if it's a biological protozoa or whatever, or cell that's reproducing and shows some sort of intelligence or whatever on a planet, if it just so happens to appear here, that's considered an alien or alien entity or an alien substance. Sure. I mean, because that goes into the whole seed theory, meteor dropping seeds.
Okay.
Seed theory is where
Jesus, you are really into this, huh?
Seed theory is where elements from out of our solar system hits this planet and thus populates this planet with whatever it's carrying. Thus, different organisms that eventually evolve and become animals or become people or become plants or become.
But how fast though? I mean,
over time,
the history of evolution is
millions,
at least a couple of decades.
No, millions and millions of years. Seed theory is like, and the Earth was populated, didn't have much of shit going on. And
hold on though, flaw. What if we are the seeds?
Yeah.
What if the dinosaurs were here first, and then a meteorite came and poof, all of a sudden man was created, because
right.
we started
Seed
rolling.
theory basically can reset every time the Earth is hit by an extraterrestrial entity, substance, or body.
You said substance. What if it's like goo?
Right. That's the thing. For that matter, people argue gold is from another. It's from another source. It's not from this planet. It's a lot. It's also with elements. It's also with different organisms. It's with animals or creatures or organisms that are found on certain islands that don't exist anywhere else. So that's where seed theory just sort of, for lack of a better term, and it comes out to be a pun, but it just blossoms into all these other things.
Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and throw this out there. I think honestly that our boogers are aliens, because we don't know where they come from, really.
No.
And
no,
they're already probing our nose.
This is where, okay, this is one of the ones that will be I'll be the con on this one. You could be pro. I'll be the con on this.
And they're green. They're green. I mean, what else do you need?
It's solidified mucus.
It literally is solidified.
It's solidified mucus to a certain degree. Okay, so
AKA dinosaurs. I mean, no, AKA aliens.
Those are the types of aliens, species, races, and whatnot. What do you think about the aliens that they only seem to be here for certain things? And I think that's kind of a one-sided.
Like the Mayans.
No.
They were here for the Mayans.
No, well, okay. I understand where you're going with that. But what I'm talking about, okay, you have some that look like they're just here to do, they can only come around just to do experiments or to check out things, like they come and they get a cow. You had cattle mutilations for a good bit. Sure. It's like, oh yeah, something's coming to get my cows at night. I saw some lights, and then I found my cows, or I found a whole field of cows all dead, all mutilated the same way.
Right.
It can't be a wolf, that kind of thing. Then you have the ones that come and get people, and they either do the same kind of things, they probe or they mutilate or impregnate, and then go through some rapid pregnancy thing and take this hybrid baby out, drop the person back on the planet, and keep it moving. So you have, you legit. They have these people that, that have all experienced this kind of thing. And then you have the ones that seem to want to stick around and spread intellect, or
like Elon Musk.
Well, no, I was going back to the whole Mayan thing.
Right. Yeah.
And then I think that, and I didn't get to your previous point. Sorry about that. But anyway, I'll stick with the ones that I'm on now.
I almost forgot. I've forgotten about it.
I think that it's almost sometimes one and the same. You have, like the ones that, like you were referring to with the Mayans and whatnot, they get kind of, you can really see. I can't help but put aliens from a human perspective, because that's all I know. I'm not going to pretend like, when I was once an intergalactic conqueror, I did this. No, I
will obviously come at it as a dinosaur.
Right. I think of it in the way of, if I was around some primitive people or someone that I had far more scientific capabilities, I'd flex that on them. And I can see, like, if you come across that and you show that to somebody, and if they're so inclined, they might refer to you, see you, call you
a god. And
okay, fair.
And then because you're doing some shit that they've never seen, don't know how are you doing what you're doing, floating, flying? What is that you're getting into? And it's turning into fire. I don't understand that. You must be a god. And so there's a lot of research now where people are looking at the Mayans and the Aztecs and a lot of Christianity and other
Egyptians.
and saying, yeah, and the Egyptians and the whole fucking thing about how the pyramids actually functioned and how they were launch pads and landing bases and oh fuck, what is it called, the serpent, like the serpent in the sky. It's not the serpent in the sky, but I forget the name of it, but there's a mountain line that has a serpent in it that's been marked on it, but you can only see it from the sky.
Right.
Like you could no. You could only see it. Like you couldn't just go, hey, if I go this way, drop a stone here, and I go, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 steps here, and I drop another stone here, and if I keep doing that, it's gonna make a huge serpent along this mountain ridge. You have to see
but it's
it.
so vast. We have to be out far enough to be able to see that.
You have to be above to see it.
Right.
And it has holes. It not holes, but it has dug out areas within it so that you can light it on fire, and it will so that it can be seen at night too.
Are you making this shit up as you're going, or is this a thing?
No, I'm saying that this actually exists, and that's why when you were saying, oh yeah, like you got to be far away, it's like no. This is huge. You can't see it from the ground. If you're standing on the ground,
you wouldn't know that it was there. We have to be outer.
If you're on the ground, all it looks like is just stones all over the place in random spots, random orders. And
walk with them and just move them.
No, you can't move them. That's the thing. You can't. What? God damn it! I gotta look at this place. I gotta look this thing up. But in any case, there's that, and those types of things are what really get me thinking of the other things about aliens, and that there's a group of them. I'm not saying they're still around, but there's a group that were really influential and had these people doing things to where they were saying, hey, thank you so much for giving us this knowledge, because we're doing so much better now, or whatever the fuck. I don't know.
Time period.
Serpent on mountain. Okay.
The serpent on the mountain.
I don't know exactly the mountain ridge. It's called. What's it called? Oh, there it is. There's a fucking picture of it. Yeah. Okay. It's called.
You're gonna have to post it with the.
Yeah, I'm gonna send it to you. But it's the Serpent Mound. Okay, it's called the Serpent Mound, and
I have seen that. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you can't see that, but from above.
Right.
Who the fuck was coaching that? And it's not the only one. It's there's a Serpent Mound. There's
that's in Ohio.
There's an
alien doing in Ohio.
Yeah, well, depends on how far back.
Alien being in Amarillo.
No, there's about. Well, it's pretty much how far back of a thing is it? Because continents, land masses moving over time and whatnot. So because they're talking about the Great Serpent Mound was from 300 BC. So, yeah. Any case, Native Americans put this shit together, and you're trying to figure out, like, okay, how are you seeing this? How? And am I gassing it up by thinking it's aliens? Maybe, but no one else is coming up with an answer. Like, why do you have it
Maybe
to
they're
where?
just a serpent.
Well, I mean, but why do you have it to where you can light it at? It's lit at night, right? You still can't see the serpent, but from the air. You see what I'm saying?
Okay, so
Like, you wouldn't be able to see the lit. Like, one, why are you lighting it? What?
what are they lighting it with?
Who cares? Whatever, bodies. I don't know. But the
Because I'm
thing.
looking at a picture of this serpent thing lit, and in 2017, I believe it was,
Mm,
they discontinued lighting the serpent.
yeah, because nobody knows that. Yeah. So recently, a couple of things happened recently. They to that point that, oh, and I remember the first point because this goes in with the first point. They realized, okay, that's what these little divots, this what these little dugout spots are in this. It's where they lit mounds, you know. And so when they started doing that, they were like, okay, so this can only be seen from above. What was this to signal something from above? Was this to show? Was
We're about
this
to bring
to
the heat. Turn
right?
these
And
lights
so
on. We're about to bring the heat.
they started thinking about, like,
This
okay,
is a
wait,
landing strip.
are we? Is this a form of communication or what? Because on this again, when you're standing on the ground, it's just a bunch of pyres lit. But when you're above, it's got a whole different shape. It's lit. You can see that some bitch from afar. And so they're like, I mean, no. Like afar,
It's
like
a
in space.
far.
No,
It's a
from
far.
in space. You see what I'm saying?
No, 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 no.
It's not angled on the side of a mountain where you can see it from, oh, it's in Idaho and I can see it in Kansas. Not that. It's from it. You're going out. It's outwardly. It's not across a landmass. It's outwardly. Same thing with the
Okay.
Nazca lines. Same thing with the Nazca
Did you
lines
say
are,
the NASCAR lines?
yeah.
What? What's a
Those things.
NASCAR line?
No, Nazca.
Oh.
The yeah. You were talking about Mayans and
Like,
Incas and
are you trying to get a
no.
certain
So that
people
group was
here?
doing the same kind of thing, and they're huge. Those Nazca lines are like giant geoglyphs. They're giant, and they're in Peru.
How do you know all this stuff? Are you an
Because
alien? Be
I'm telling
honest.
you, I'm not. I straight up. I just don't go flying saucers. I go with interaction. Like Nazca lines, um, there's 70 different animals and plants, and they're up to 1,200 feet long. They have some of spider, a hummingbird, cactus plants, monkeys, whales, a llama, a duck, flower, tree, lizard, and a dog. That's just a couple examples. And
I
they,
guess people in Peru, how are they going to know what all those animals are?
well, there's that, but they are also done the same way. They're only facing up.
Right. So I have learned a little bit about this and how it was almost like directional signs for aliens.
Right.
that they're landmarks, sort of.
That's the thing. It's like it's some form of communication, right? Landmarks, directions, or who the allegiance is to. They don't know. And I'm like, I just did a quick pull up of Nazca lines, and like the Nazca people also, in one of the lines here says the Nazca people also created other forms, such as a humanoid figure nicknamed the astronaut, hands, and some unidentified depictions. In 2011, a Japanese team discovered a new geoglyph that appears to represent a scene of decapitation, which at about 4.2 meters long and 3.1 meters wide is far smaller than other Nazca figures and not easily seen from aerial surveys. They are in the air finding these. In 2016, they found another one, and it depicts a 98-foot-long mythical creature that has many legs and spotted markings.
I just saw a picture
and it's sticking out its tongue.
It looks like a dinosaur. It looks like a T-Rex.
It's a bizarro. Like when in 2018, Peruvian archaeologists announced that they had discovered 50 new geoglyphs in the region. It's amazing when you dig into it, because for me, aliens flying over, okay, you can't explain that. You don't know exactly what that was. Was that a comet? Was that a secret aircraft? But when you get down to signs of interaction with something other than, that's more intriguing to me, because then that's like this whole thing where people are doing stuff in response to what they're experiencing. And that's so there's that. Now, what I'm saying here also, I remembered your first point, also goes back to your first point, so I want to revisit that.
Yeah, I've totally forgotten.
By
the way, listeners, my memory is absolute shit.
No, I know.
Fucking shit.
That's why I'm here to help. So you were saying that, or you were implying, you kind of said it in a playful way, but it's implying something, and I'm just wanting to dig a little deeper with that. You believe that some or all major governments know about and interact with, or have interacted with, aliens, and it's just a matter of time before one says, fuck it, y'all, here I'm about to spill the tea on the aliens.
I want somebody just to stand up and be like, y'all were right, game's over, we got you good, but you finally figured it out.
Like, do you think that'll be after a major fuck up? Like,
well, I don't know.
One off.
Take into consideration, supposedly what's happening at the Denver airport. That's not a fuck up. That's like a very deliberate.
Well, no. What I mean by that is, like, if one of the governments kind of fuck up and piss off an alien race,
right.
and then like, okay, guys, look,
we're really sorry.
They're coming for us. They're coming for us, and they're about to show up. And you know them. They can come. They can jump. They can jump from one side of the galaxy to the other. So I think we should go ahead and just tell the world about them.
To the wall. Everybody has their back to a wall.
So then that way, we can spin the alien invasion, because we've been getting this. We've been indoctrinated. I'm going to go ahead and use that word. We've been indoctrinated. Yeah. We've been indoctrinated on the alien invasion theory. Like, aliens are going to come. There's no happy, friendly, hey, I want to help you alien out there. When they come,
they just came for hugs.
Yeah, when they come in masses, and they come to take our brains, to put them into the machine, to make more clones, whatever the fuck the alien invasion scenario is out there. but it's always this alien invasion, and as soon as you try and contact with one, you're dead. So we've been sort of we've been
prepped.
we've been massaged to believe that. So it's easy for a government to like, God, fuck, we should not have shot that down. Oh, shit. Okay, they're gonna be pissed now. They're gonna
really
come.
Sorry. Does that matter? We're sorry.
Yeah, they're gonna come back now, and we're fucked. Let's just tell everybody about the aliens, that they're real, and we'll say we picked them up on radar. Whatever. One of the telescopes saw them, and that way we just boom, we hit the alien invasion button, and everybody's ready to kumbaya, come together, world unity. We all fight as one because we got these aliens. We got to, and plus we get rid of all the nukes. Come on, let's fucking do it. So, do you think that that's something that might happen? If all the governments know,
because I'm not going to say no.
Yeah, if all the governments know, if there's some file that some president,
eventually, I don't know that we'll ever see it in our lifetime, but yeah, something is going to happen where it's going to be like, oh shit, like for real. We have proof that they are coming for our asses.
It's irrefutable proof. I think that like it became a lot more likely when those military pilots were tracking them on their radar, and they're like, okay,
they're the Tic Tac videos.
And they're like, what is this? There's no heat registry. What is this? I can barely keep up with this. I'm about to pass out from the G's. What the fuck is going on?
So many G's at my face.
Well, it became irrefutable then, because it's like, yeah, if I'm shooting a video of that, then it's like, yeah, well, you gotta smudge on your screen, or that's a grasshopper.
That was a fly.
Yeah, that's a grasshopper, and it's really close, and that's why it just went the opposite direction real quick, or it's easy to refute. But now with these military pilots, unlike before, because we've had military pilots see UFOs before, but unlike before, it's being visually seen, and it's also being picked up with technology. And that's making it hard to refute. That it's not just like, well, Johnny and Deborah, they had a bunch of drinks. They got into their fighter pod plane, and they were fucking about. And they both, they had the mushrooms. No, you can't do it now. They're like, I see this thing, and I got it on radar, and I got it in infrared. What the fuck?
So,
yeah.
What about, as far as from the beginning of dawn, whenever that was,
sure.
We've got like when we discovered technology. So from the beginning of the earth until we discover technology, that's a huge span. It's a huge span of time.
Sure.
And then the amount in comparison from the time that we've discovered technologies to now is relatively short. Do you think that these aliens are coming down or coming to check on us to see how far we've come and how close we are to different technologies?
Okay, so you're getting closer and closer to my theory, but I don't know if I want to release it yet, but I might.
I think you do. I really do. I think you do.
Okay, all right, because mine touches on all this shit.
I love it.
Okay,
we're probably going to end up having the same thing.
You ready?
Yeah, and then probably we're going to get a ton of people that say,
"Yeah, like I'm
right."
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out if this has got to be a two-parter. I don't know. Okay, so are you ready?
I'm so ready right now.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, wait a second. We're already.
Before I even get a word out, you're like, oh, wait.
We're already pushing. It's going to take a long time, so I think a two-parter is.
A two-part is necessary.
I think a two-part is necessary.
This is milking it at its finest. This was perfect.
Well, we got to do something special. It's a special day.
Right. Yeah. So, okay. Well, let's finish off on some of yours, and then we'll get into mine. And I think it ties the bow on a lot of this stuff. So, So with technology, there's the whole theory with technology being a thing, to where, like what you're saying, there's the start of civilization.
Could also be the end of civilization.
That goes back to my theory too. So
we're so on point with each other.
But I'm going to go with the linear aspect of it.
Like that serpent thing?
So no, I'm just going to go with the linear aspect of it, like from what we know of.
I'd have to fuck with you.
From what we know of civilization, I'm going to skip over Stone Age and all that kind of stuff.
That stuff didn't even
matter.
Just
go with no, it kind of does, especially when you look at cave drawings. When you look at cave drawings, you're like, okay, these people are seeing some shit. Why?
Oh yeah, for sure.
So in any case,
that was the ayahuasca.
So in any case, when you got the mushrooms, there was that theory too. But you have civilizations that start. You have structures. You have cities. You have people gathering and trying to harmonize their efforts for the greater good of the civilization, whether it's for protection or whatever the fuck. It's assuring their survival. I think that when you look at that and you see how things are going, and then there is noticeable what the fuck jumps in the way things are done, or the science behind things being done, it's kind of interesting how there's no dots that connect back to certain jumps or that can explain a significant jump, so to speak. Like you get think how much time has gone by from Wright Brothers to International Space Station.
Sure. In a very short amount of time.
Very short. In comparison to how at the start of civilization and how fast things developed and evolved, then you get this huge explosion of advancement. So,
well, and then in turn, the inquisitive nature of what we believe to be aliens.
Right. Well, there's that question mark, because it's like, okay, is this aliens? It's just us reverse engineering things from alien crashes. Like Bob Lazar talks about that. And how that was his whole job, trying to figure out how to reverse engineer a lot of things, and all the stuff that he learned, and all the things that he learned from it, and learned that we can't do at this point from it as well. There's also the whole thing about that's the agreement, going back to what you were saying in regards to governments knowing. It's like that's the agreement because of the moon and the whole moon theory in regards to extraterrestrials and UFOs, because we've only been we haven't been on the dark side of the moon. Why is that? And there's a lot of people that have this theory that that's because
that's where goblins live.
There's an alien. Go there. Well, there's an alien civilization on the other side, and that's the agreement.
Wouldn't there be footprints?
And that's the agreement that was made when we went to the moon, that we would never fuck with that. So we left them alone.
Well, there's also been promises that we wouldn't fuck with nuclear weapons, and look where we're at now.
Well,
so I say go on over to the dark side.
Well, the dark side of the moon is the whole agreement theory, that we do know what's over there, and we know not to go there, because like whatever is there is you're going to be kicking an ant bed, because that part of the agreement was never to go to the dark side of the moon, because of the civilization that's there.
We need an astronaut with some balls and a TikTok account.
Yeah, well,
it would.
Well, no,
go crazy.
No, that apparently that's already happened. That was why there's missing. That's why there's missing footage from the lunar landing. There's a time gap and that time gap is supposedly when this confirmation of a treaty was made with whatever is on the moon. So there's people that have this whole conspiracy theory applied to that. And part of that exchange is, okay, we leave you alone. You guys kind of help us with some technology. Okay, cool. Check out our advancements. Okay, great. And, we'll give you shit that we've made, like Pop-Tarts or whatever the fuck, so here you go. Yeah.
Definitely Takis. And nacho cheese fries.
but to the point, to the topic that you brought up, I think that there was something to it when we started exploring it's one of those things like when you give a kid something and it's intended for this, but I'm going to let him play with it just to, figure it out for his own. And then they do some shit. And the next thing you know, you got Cheese Whiz all over the kitchen.
Wizardry happens all over.
Yeah, all over the kitchen. Or, I wanted to make a campfire. So I lit all the magazines with this lighter.
And now California is just
so it's one of those things where it's like, did we get some things like nuclear power or the ability to manipulate or use it, and then just said, let's see what happens if we can make that blow up. Yeah, cool. Because all the other shit that you could do with it, fuck it. Let's see if we could do this though, and then it would be great. And then you set off a bomb, and then all the aliens come and they're like, hey, we just got this really huge atomic signature. What the fuck? We thought we gave you all this email. Shit.
We got an automatic alert.
Yeah, we gave you this shit thinking, hey, you're going to eventually use this to have power,
do things.
Unlimited power, figure out ways to develop engines that run off of it. Nah, you just like, yeah, but if we smash it real hard,
let's fucking blow it up. Put a magnifier on it.
It makes a cool boom shape. Look at that mushroom shape. Then that look like it's like a 3D Rorschach. We don't know. Is that a tree? Is that a mushroom? I don't know. But it's cool. Thing. And so it's always one of those things like, hey, here's this. We can't really. It's almost Star Trek-y in a way. We can't really engage.
Are you a fan?
No, not really. But we can't really engage to the extent that we will change this civilization. But we'll drop these little tidbits to help them out, and see how they evolve with it. And we probably got some shit like that, and it was like, I don't know if you checked our history, but we're really big into fighting. We're big. We're big
we
into
got beef with everybody.
We're big into the war shit. So that's what we're going to do with this. I know you guys have flying cities, and they look
you
cool.
Can disappear in the blink of an eye.
They look cool, but that disappearing thing, we're thinking about taking that disappearing thing and making what we're going to call stealth technology. So our planes can disappear as they drop bombs. Because again, we're into the war shit. So
we do love a good fight. That's
yeah,
sure.
I think that. I think that there is something to that, and that does take the whole hand-in-hand government in the know thing, and then there's the interviews with the aliens.
You struck a chord with that one, huh?
Well, no, it just hit.
The government kind of thing.
No,
it was like striking gold.
Here's the thing with aliens, and
tell me about those.
And the thing with, and the thing with the conspiracy theories that are around aliens.
Okay, don't go into too much detail because we're going to do part 2.
No, yeah. I'm not touching on my theory. But
we've got about 3 more minutes.
Here's the thing with the aliens. It's a vast array of ways to go with the conspiracy theories of aliens. Like everything from, we've covered a bunch of them so far. The different types, what are their intentions, who knows about them and interacts with them, how they
Are they
interacted,
intermingled? Are they only
how
visiting?
they interacted with different civilizations, with religion, with so it's not just the government thing that it touches on. It touches on just a vast amount of stuff. But to your point, we're trying to keep this to an hour, and we're going to do part 2.
So we can do this. We can keep it to an hour.
Yeah, so we are happy for the fact that if you've made it this far, thank you.
Yeah, Jesus, thank you so much.
Part 1 was awesome. We've been looking forward to this for a while. And part 2 was just something that we realized early on that this was going to become. So from all of the 2 of us to all of you.
From all of us.
Yeah, from all of you. Thanks so much for listening. Thanks
for sticking it out. Thanks for sticking it out until we got the audio done. That's great.
Yes, thank you. I'm glad you got it all figured out. This is going to be really helpful.
Much better.
Not just to the podcast, but helpful for you and your sanity. So this is the Dinosaur and the Dude.
That's me.
I haven't gotten to that part yet. She's the Dinosaur. Now you do it.
I'm a dinosaur.
No, okay. I thought you were going to say that's me. You changed up. I'm the Dude.
Me.
I'm the Dude. You guys are wonderful, and we really appreciate everything. Be back for another episode, part 2 of this one, of The Dinosaur and the Dude, the podcast with the shittiest audio, but the most amazing content. And
the heart.
And the heart. Don't forget the fucking heart. Yes. Because without
all right, y'all have a great weekend. I guess we'll just pick this up next week then, huh?
Yeah, we're going to pick it up next weekend. We'll talk more about aliens, my theories on aliens, finish up on a couple of things, and get people started looking at Nazca lines and all that shit.
We are solving the world's problems here. That's what we're doing.
Yep.
Okay, well, until then.
One podcast episode at a time. And until then, thank you all, and we're out.
Later.
Okay, everyone, thanks for sticking around. Thanks for listening. Thanks for giving us your ears. And hopefully you enjoyed our back and forth banter and you'll come back for more. We're going to hopefully we'll have other guests on in the future. But for right now, it's the 2 of us doing what we do best. Again, the Dinosaur and the Dude, hoping you enjoy each and every episode that we bring to you. And again, have a great time. Have a great day, night, evening, wherever you are. And look forward to putting out a new episode for you all to enjoy. All right. Take care.